It all started with a simple incident. A few geologists were exploring an unknown area between the dry and empty mountains of Kharstan. They were using special devices to search for precious metals, but suddenly they received a very strong signal from underground. At first, they thought they were wrong, but when they tested the soil of the area, they realized they had come across a great discovery. They came across a very large gold mine with a reserve of 24 million tons of gold ore. That is, from this soil, about 25,000 kilos of gold can be extracted. This is only a small part of the story, because it is said that more than 48 tons of gold have dried up in just one part of the mine. Now, if this gold is extracted, its value will be more than 100,000 billion tomans. That means a real treasure has been lying under our feet without anyone knowing. This mine was discovered only in 1403 and its license was fully issued. Now everyone is asking, when has this treasure been there? Why was it not discovered until now? How did all this gold get hidden? And how did they even know there was gold here? And where did the money we earned from this gold go? The story of this discovery is a strange and fascinating story, full of questions and secrets, and of course, a world of wealth that has just been pulled out of the mountain. And to find out about this story, just subscribe to our channel and stay with me until the end of the video. Perhaps until a few months ago, no one had even heard of a place called Kharstan, a dry, mountainous, almost uninhabited area without special facilities that most people would not even pass by. But now this silent spot has become the center of attention of investors, engineers, and even the government. Why? Because right here, the largest gold mine in the country has been found. A mine with billions of tomans of gold underground. This place is very special in terms of geology. The composition of the rocks, the layers of the earth, and the evidence that shows that over the past millions of years, many minerals have accumulated in this area. Even experts say that other than gold, there may be other precious metals here. But what makes Kharstan truly special is that until now, no one thought that there was a hidden treasure here. Now this area is changing. Road construction, electrification, the arrival of giant equipment, and even hundreds of ton drilling machines. All of this is transforming a forgotten land into an economic hub. This is no longer an empty place. Kharstan is now a place that is shaping the future of the country's gold and money. And this is just the beginning. Imagine holding a handful of dry, brown soil in your hand, something that seems to be worthless, but this same soil in the Bidaster mine is holding millions of dollars in gold. According to official reports, the carat of this soil, that is, the amount of gold in each ton of this soil, is about 1.06 grams of gold. It may seem small, but when you know that this mine has stored 24 million tons, then you will understand how valuable this soil is. To put it better, this means that it is only stored about 25 tons of pure gold. And considering the current price of gold, each kilo is worth over 6 billion tomans. Just this amount of gold is worth 75,000 billion tomans. Now, if the possible 48 million tons are stored, it is really true. This will be almost double. Experts say that gold is deposited in underground layers, in very old rocks and sediments. It's not easy to extract, but with modern equipment and advanced methods, this dry soil can be turned into pure gold. This is where a worthless desert can turn a country's economy upside down. Mining gold is not like digging in the ground. In the Bidaster mine, technologies are used that seem to come from science fiction movies. The first step is crushing mountains. With machines called giant bulldozers and rotary excavators, hundreds of tons of rock are broken into pieces per day. Then these rocks enter huge mills to be ground into powder, gray powders that now have tiny particles of gold hidden in them, but you can't see the gold with your eyes. That's why they use a special method called cyanoration. In this method, the rock powder is mixed with chemicals to separate the pure gold from them. This step is very sensitive because if it's not done correctly, the gold is easily lost. After that, using industrial filters and metal melting furnaces, they turn the obtained gold into shiny, golden ingots. It's interesting to know that some of these devices themselves cost billions. Just one gold mining production line can have more than 50 billion tomans of advanced equipment. This means that behind every gram of gold, there is a lot of engineering, technology, and capital. Gold is not easy to come by, but when it comes, it changes everything. When it comes to a billion-dollar mine like Madafti, it's not just the equipment and gold that matter. Behind these projects lies a complex and hidden world. Before even a shovel is dug into the ground, months of scientific and administrative research are conducted. Geological teams use advanced tools to survey the sand to make sure there is really gold under the soil. Then, investors come into the game, because the initial cost of setting up such a mine is sometimes more than 1,000 billion tomans. But it's not all about money. Getting a license from the government is another battle in itself, because these projects affect the environment, water resources, and even the lives of the people in the region. For this reason, mining companies must come up with plans to compensate for environmental damage and develop the region. For example, promising to build a road, a school, or even a hospital. On the other hand, sometimes behind the scenes, there is competition between powerful companies and lobbies. Some projects are delayed for years because of this competition. In short, until we see gold, there is a full-scale war going on behind the scenes. A silent war, but full of billion-dollar decisions. Sometimes, all you need to know is a few numbers to understand what kind of project you're dealing with. The Madafti gold mine is not just an ordinary mine. This is where the numbers tell the story. The mine's proven reserves alone are about 24 million tons of gold. Now, if each of these 24 million tons contains only about 1 gram of gold, that means about 25,440 kilograms of pure gold in the heart of the mountain. The price of gold is currently close to 6 million tomans per gram. That means just this proven reserve is worth something close to 76,000 billion tomans. And this is without taking into account the probable reserves. To extract all this gold, millions of liters of fuel must be consumed annually. Hundreds of workers must work around the clock, and machinery worth billions of tomans must operate. The daily expenses of this mine may exceed 50 billion tomans per day. These numbers are not just money, they show how much planning, power, and capital are behind this project. If these numbers confuse you, that's completely normal, because we're not dealing with ordinary zeros here. This is the realm of astronomical numbers and billion-dollar decisions. The gold-bearing soil is not only a treasure trove, but also a threat that few people pay attention to. A gold mine may be a great treasure, but extracting gold from the earth always comes with a cost. And I don't just mean financial costs. When millions of tons of soil are moved, the ecosystem of the area changes. Vegetation is destroyed, water courses are changed, and some animal species may even migrate or become extinct. On the other hand, the use of chemicals to separate gold, such as cyanide, can contaminate soil and water resources if not managed properly. Another threat is subsidence. Heavy extraction and extensive excavations can cause the ground to become unstable and even collapse suddenly in some areas. Then there are the human risks. If the project project's safety management is poor, the lives of workers are at risk. From the outside, this project is just a money-making mine, but inside, it's full of complexities that, if not addressed, could turn into disaster. Always remember, where there's gold, there's a shadow of threat. Everyone thinks that when a gold mine is discovered, the people of that area should be happy. But the truth is always bitter. Many of the people of Kharstan have lost their sense of security and peace since the first days when giant machines entered the area. Some farmers were worried that their water wells would dry up or the soil in their fields would be contaminated. Some say that noise and dust pollution have made their lives no longer the same. On the other hand, there are others who are happy because the mine has created jobs, revitalized the economy of the area, and paved the way for the construction of schools, roads, or clinics. But the question is, does this benefit reach everyone, or only a select few? Has justice really been observed? Ask yourself, if your house was next to a giant mine, would you be happy or sad? The voices of the people around the mine are a combination of hope and concern. On the one hand, a better future. On the other hand, fear of the destruction of the peace of life. This is where we need to know that gold is not just in the soil. Sometimes it is in the hearts of the people. And even that gold is the true right of the people of Kharstan and even the country of Iran. The Bidaster mine, with its strange and gigantic reserves, has thrilled many. 24 million tons of gold ore, or 25,000 kilos of pure gold. That means billions of dollars of raw wealth, right in the middle of our own soil. But there is a serious question here. And now there is a very serious question. Is this mine really Iranian gold? Or is it just ours in name? Well, look, in many large projects, companies from other countries enter. Sometimes in contracts, the main share of extraction and sell goes to a foreign contractor or a special institution, and the share of the people, sometimes very little. So this mine, with its greatness, is Iranian gold only when its benefits reach the people of Iran, the people of the region, the workforce, domestic investment, downstream industries. All of this must be in Iranian hands. Otherwise, only the soil belongs to us. The rest is in the hands of foreigners. Now tell me yourself, what is real gold? What is in the soil? Or that feeling you get when you know your country is actually using its wealth? Maybe a better question is, we dug the gold out of the ground, right? But did we also spread the gold into people's lives, or not? The Bidaster mine of that magnitude is not just a gold mine. It has a future point, a historical turning point that may change the future course of the country. But this is not just a matter of gold. It is a matter of decisions. What do we do with this wealth? Can this gold build the future of deprived areas, or will it just become a distant memory, like so many other missed opportunities? Now everything depends on one thing: proper management. This mine can be a beginning, the beginning of building infrastructure, employment, exports, domestic investment, and many other things. But if neglected, this same mine can also turn into a bitter end: pollution, migration, destruction of nature, deprivation of indigenous people. All of these are the other sides of the coin. Now the ball is in our court, in the court of decision makers, investors, and even us, the people. This is not just a mine. It is a test to see if we know how to use gold properly or not. And if you still have questions or want to know more, be sure to check out the description of this video. The reliable sources of this mine are written down in the description section so that you know that everything is real and documented. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this video. If you liked it and felt that this content was worth watching, just subscribe to our channel and give us a little like so that we know that we are going the right way. Until another video, goodbye.